Well, friends, with the holidays coming up this weekend, I will be unable to watch, let alone review Lower Decks until minimally Sunday, so that means no content for you. Gonna slap something together here really quick. I saw over on Cinema Blend here, we have a little interview with characters, or at least a specific duo, that they wished had appeared in the show. So I'm gonna go check this out, and let's see. According to Cinema Blend's Adam Holmes, ahead of Star Trek Lower Decks ending, the producer told us which iconic duo he wished had appeared in the series, and Adam Holmes wholeheartedly agrees. Let's discover together who this mysterious duo could be, or maybe it's not as mysterious as we think. Earlier this year, Star Trek Discovery ended after a 5-season run, and I think that's supposed to be now, so proofreading in the first line already gone awry. We have to say goodbye to another show from the sci-fi franchise. I know I paraphrased. Star Trek Lower Decks just a few weeks away from concluding. While the humorous animated series accomplished a lot over its 5 seasons, including force of habit, including gifting the world with the outrageous Boimler maneuver, there was plenty of material that was never touched. In supervising producer Barry Kelly's case, he told Cinema Blend and Adam Holmes that he wished one of Star Trek's most iconic duos could have visited the USS Cerritos, Geordi LaForge and Data from The Next Generation. Okay. I didn't actually have any idea where they were going with this, so that's actually kind of a cool duo, especially if they were showing up as like Holmes and Watson. Oh, wait a minute, who wrote this? Holmes. Uh-oh, is that where this is gonna go? I learned this when I recently interviewed Kelly about his work on Lower Decks Season 5, which could be streamed with a Paramount Plus subscription. Prodigy can't, but Lower Decks can for now. When I inquired about if there were any ideas, concepts, or premises he wished could have been explored on the show, and here's how he answered. I feel like that may not have been written correctly, but I probably just botched the reading. I was always hoping to get Geordi on the show. I would have loved to have seen not only that, but Geordi and Data would have been awesome. The engineering bromance of those guys, and maybe interacting with Rutherford and Tendi, or Billups, even in engineering, that would have been awesome. Okay, I guess it wasn't a Sherlock Holmes thing yet. Let's read on and find out. Geordi and Data certainly made for an effective duo during Star Trek The Next Generation's... Is that an F? Oh no, it's just the weirdest apostrophe I've ever seen because of the font, probably. Star Trek The Next Generation's 7 seasons, the 4 follow-up movies, and even in Picard Season 3 last year. Like Barry Kelly said, these two were whizzes when it came to solving engineering-related problems. Get that out of there, mouse. So Rutherford, Devon Attendi, and Billups would definitely have welcomed having them around. The friendship between LeVar Burton and Brent Spiner's characters was also endearing to watch. From Geordi giving pointers, or bointers, to Data on what it means to be human, to the two of them acting out Sherlock Holmes stories on the holodeck. Knew that was coming up. It would have been great to see their friendship alongside the camaraderie shared with a Lower Decks main characters. And then we get a cool ad for timeshares, and then we get a cool ad for Venom, and then we get a picture of Geordi LaForge and Data interrupted by a Klarna paying 4 interest-free things. So, coolio. Alas, seeing this pairing again just wasn't in the cards. Was that a poker game joke? I'm gonna assume it is, but at least there were various other Next Generation alums who appeared on Lower Decks, including William Riker, Deanna Troi, Wesley Crusher, Q, John Delancey's version, the Borg Queen, and Zephram Cochrane. Last season even brought back Nick Locarno, the character Robert Duncan McNeil played before he was cast to play Tom Paris, who also once stopped by the Cerritos outside of the Next Generation. Lower Decks also spotlighted the original series Hikaru Sulu and the Deep Space Nine characters Kira Nerys, Quark, Rom, and Lita. There are just 4 episodes left in Star Trek Lower Decks, although the adventures of Boimler, Mariner, Rutherford, Tendi, and T'Lyn, and the rest of the Cerritos crew will continue in a new ongoing comic book series from IDW. As far as upcoming Star Trek TV shows go, Strange New World Season 3 and Starfleet Academy are next on the docket. And the Paramount Plus exclusive movie Section 31? Looks like that's the end. So, 4 episodes left. This is confirmation. Geordi and Data won't be appearing before the end. I mean, probably, but who's to say? They could pop up. Also interesting, they didn't list any of the real returning characters from Voyager, including people like Tuvok. He didn't have a speaking role or anything like that, but I don't know if Zephram Cochrane did either. Yeah, Zephram did talk. So maybe they're only talking about speaking roles who actually got the original voice actors. Be that as it may, does not look like Geordi or Data will be appearing before the end of Lower Decks, but never say never. I'm also saying that about the freaking show itself. Are we going to see more Lower Decks adjacent adventures after this? A film? Conversion to live action? A new format like they spin off a Starbase 80 series and they show up sometimes? Will they appear in that Real Housewives of Ryza comedy that seems to be pitched that may or may not be going anywhere? Who is to say? You decide and leave that in the comments down below. Looks like that's all we have to talk about today, aside from who Adam Holmes is. And he basically likes a lot of nerdy stuff and looks like Harry Potter and Clark Kent. So if you can't see the image here, now you know the rest of the story. Leave all your thoughts down below. Would you have loved to see a Geordi and Data-centric guest appearance on Lower Decks? Is there anyone else you would have loved to see in Lower Decks that didn't happen? What kind of spin-off would you like if we are getting a spin-off of Lower Decks that doesn't continue with this actual iteration of the cast? Is it Starbase 80? Is it a Titan spin-off series? Is it, what's something else they could spin off? Is it just 63 episodes of all of those evil supercomputers in jail talking to each other with no real animation besides bleeping lights? You can leave all that down below. Like, share, subscribe, join while you're there. But until next time, computer and program.